welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host, Vivian Rose, and this week's episode is going to be part 4 of our Glow Up Guide for 2024. And in this episode, we're going to be doing an advice session. So we're going to talk all things it girl advice because I really wanted to do a really in-depth and personal episode, like a little girly chit-chat with y'all, because I really want to answer specific questions that I remember you leaving me on my podcast Q&A and just like on my Pinterest account and stuff. I want to answer specific questions and give you specific advice just to help you create 2024 as your dream life, your best year, and just a year of growing, a year of being an it girl, a year of being iconic, fabulous, all the cute words. We're going to be that this year. So we're going to talk about how to avoid burnout, getting over someone, romanticizing life when it gets boring, tips for a healthy lifestyle, living positively in a negative world, how to deal with toxic friends, and so much more. So let's get right into the episode. So first, on our weekly segments, we have our Monday motivation. So we really don't even need to do our Monday motivation because this whole episode is advice and just motivation to creating and living your dream life. So I'm going to skip the Monday motivation this week because we have so much to talk about. Literally, we have a whole, I know it's over 45 minutes. When I was editing it, I was like, whoa, this is going to be a very long episode. So you guys are definitely going to get all of your motivation in this episode. So let's go right into our fashion icon of the week, which is Bella Hadid. Bella Hadid is literally just the whole vibe of model off duty. When I think of model off duty, I think about Bella Hadid, Lily Rose Depp, those type of iconic fashion icon girl bosses who really just embody the model off duty, the really cute, the grunge, elegant, chic type of look. And it's really hard to capture that type of look because they're 3 different types of aesthetics. But when you are able to capture that kind of look, it's so cool. And I feel like you really have that unique style. So with Bella Hadid, I love her outfits so much. They're always super cute. And especially when she goes to different award shows or let me not even say award shows, different just red carpet events, she always looks really cute. I remember seeing one of her pink dresses with flowers all on it. Dania made that her profile picture before, I remember, because I was like, I know that picture. That picture is gorgeous. I literally love that picture of her. It's all on my Pinterest. So, because my profile picture right now on my Pinterest is Bella Hadid. I just love her style. I love that she's besties with Devin Lee Carlson. I literally love Devin Lee Carlson as well. And I just really love Bella Hadid's style. I get so much inspo from her, from my sunglasses, my signature jewelry, just my outfits. I literally recreate Bella Hadid's outfits all the time. So I really am a big fan of Bella Hadid. Next is the quote of the week, which is, have a dream so clear that in your mind you will have already achieved it. This is a very, very important type of quote because it is almost a form of manifestation. A form of manifestation is really just believing that you already have the thing that you desire. So say for example, if you want to have another follower, if you are at 999 followers on Pinterest and you need one more follower, but you just can't seem to get that one follower, you are going to manifest that one follower. So this is just a random example, first thing that came to mind. So if you need that one follower to reach that 1K, and what you're going to do is just go ahead and say it in the present and the past tense. So in the present tense, I have 1,000 followers. In the past tense, it was so fun achieving 1,000 followers. Those type of present and past tense words are very powerful, whether you write it in your journal, you speak it out loud, and then you let it go. Just like Jaden Haley just made a podcast episode all about manifestation, her 3-step process is to ask, believe, and receive. So you ask for what you want. You believe that you already have it. You already believe that you have that 1,000 followers, and then you receive your 1,000 followers. And do not forget just to let go of the manifestation. Don't be thinking about all anxiously, when am I going to get it? When am I going to get that one follower to reach the 1K followers? Do not think about that. You ask, believe, and you receive. So that is a very important quote of the week. Next is the weekly recaps, just what I've been up to. The most important thing this week was I saw the Wonka movie. It was literally one of the most meaningful movies I have ever seen in my life. It was an amazing movie. Literally, I'm not going to spoil it, so I'm not going to give you any type of details about the movie because if you haven't seen it, literally it just came out. If you haven't seen it, then I do not want to spoil it for you because I definitely want you to go watch it. But it's also really good. And I feel like sometimes you need those type of wholesome movies that can just give you what you're looking for, but without any inappropriate things in it. So I really recommend watching that, especially if you were I don't want to go see that. You should go see it. And the beginning may be a little bit cheesy, I know, but once you get into the movie, it's a very, very amazing movie. It's so positive. Willy Wonka's, aka Timothy Chalamet, he was so cute in that movie, by the way. But just his whole type of persona as Willy Wonka. He really killed the role, and he really just embodied the original one, like the Gene Wilder version, and it was just like amazing. And he literally killed the role, and just like his whole type of positive mindset really inspired me. Like, I love movies that when I walk out of the theater, I feel like a different person. I feel inspired. I feel like that's going to be my personality. And that movie really made me feel that way. I really loved the movie, and it just really made me feel positive. It made me want to be positive, want me to have like hope when I feel sad. It just really, really, really gave me what I was looking for. So if you're looking for a good, wholesome movie that will motivate you to just look at the world through a positive lens, then this movie is for you. I recommend going to watch it. It is an amazing movie, and it's just such a good movie. Like, literally, it has all the aspects, everything that you want in it, and it's just amazing. So my featured listener of the week is, literally, I'm so excited to say it, is Ariel. I love Ariel so much. She's a girl blogger, and she also has her own Tumblr blog, which if you go follow her Pinterest account, she has a Tumblr blog linked like in all of her posts and stuff like that, and she literally is like a whole-on it girl blogger type of like thing, and it's so cute. Her @ on Pinterest is @Ariel's lip gloss, so ARIELLES lip gloss. So I literally love Ariel. She is so sweet, and she literally messaged me. She said, "I swear you inspire me every single day. You're always complimenting people and caring for others. Not to mention, you're literally a fashion icon." Ariel, literally, that is, oh my gosh, that is so sweet. Like, I know I say that all the time, but seriously, it is so sweet. Like, y'all don't understand how much y'all mean to me. Y'all are literally my girls. You like, where are my girls at? Y'all are right there. I opened up the Pinterest app, and I have like a whole girl squad just like hyping me up, and everything is, it's just, everyone's so sweet, everyone's so kind. Ariel was so sweet to say that. Like, literally, the fact that she said I'm a fashion icon, I inspire her every single day. That's what I do this for. That's what I make the podcast for. That's what I make my YouTube videos for. I want to inspire you. I want to motivate you. I want you to learn from my videos. You know, like how when you watch something like educational, you learn from it, but sometimes it's kind of like, oh, I don't want to watch something educational. It's kind of like, I do enough in school. Well, I want my videos and my podcast episodes to be type of educational, but also like you are having comfort in it. Like, it's kind of like a FaceTime, but you're also leaving with something that you didn't have before. And I really want it to just be something inspiring, something that can motivate you, something that can teach you something meaningful, and just leave you differently than the way that you were before you listened. So I'm super excited, Ariel, that you really said that. You literally, like, it was just, you made my day when you sent me that. That was literally the sweetest thing ever. And please make sure to check out her Tumblr blog. She posts all things it girl, so if you want to know how to be an it girl, like, and she has all that type of stuff. It's so cute. So I really recommend checking out her Tumblr blog. It's all on her Pinterest page, and I just literally love her so much. She is the sweetest girly ever. Literally love her. Now, next is our journal prompt of the week. So our journal prompt is, what are my favorite hours of the day, and what adjustments can I make to ensure they are under my control? So what I mean by that is, what are your favorite hours of the day, first of all? Whether that be in the morning time, maybe the afternoon when you get home from school, or maybe that's the evening time. What adjustments can you make to make sure that you have control of that time, to make sure that time is yours? Make sure that you don't have anything to do at that time, so that you can really embody and appreciate that time of your day that you really like. Next is our psychology fact of the week, which is, when you're nervous about stepping outside of your comfort zone, remind yourself, it feels scary because it's unfamiliar, not because I'm incapable. This is very important because honestly, a lot of times when you feel nervous, a lot of times when you feel scared to step out of your comfort zone, it's because you haven't done it before. It's not because it's impossible. It's not because you can't do it. It's just because it's unfamiliar. It's just because you haven't done this before. So you need to make sure that, and remember this, when you step out of your comfort zone, you are growing, because it's something you've never done before, so your brain is adjusting to something completely different. So your brain is obviously going to be a little bit nervous, and you need to remember that this isn't impossible. It's totally 100% possible. You're just nervous because you haven't done it before. Think about swimming for the very first time. When you swim, you're scared because you've never learned how to swim before. When you get in the water, if you can't swim like me, you're going to try to walk in it and stuff like that, but your main goal is to learn how to swim. So you're going to be nervous when you're trying to learn how to swim. You're going to be nervous when you try to go underwater because you've never done it before. But when you learn how to do it, and you can do it every single day now, you're learning, taking the lessons, it's not as scary as it was before because now you've been doing it for weeks in a row. So it's just different things like that. Things that you learn, playing instruments, playing guitar, all these different things. It's scary because it's unfamiliar. So just remember that, and I really hope the psychology fact goes with you throughout your journey. So now let's get into the actual episode. So I'm feeling very, very inspired and just like really just in the 2024 vibes right now. I have recently listened to a Better You podcast, one of her newest episodes about manifesting and the law of assumption and all that good stuff. So Fernanda Ramirez is really, really a good person to listen to, all about manifestation and just creating your dream life. So I really recommend listening to her and just watching her YouTube videos because they're super, super inspiring. I just feel so, so inspired after listening. I feel like I'm just ready to achieve my goals. I feel ready for 2024. I feel like all geared up. I have just making Pinterest boards. I recently made a new Pinterest board called Her, and I'm just pinning all these different things that truly resonate with me. It does not matter like if it's going to be me in 20 years, 5 years, next year, tomorrow. I'm just adding pictures just to resonate with my life. And so I just feel like it's so good sometimes not to feel that pressure, like to be like, do I want this to be in 10 years? Because if it's going to be in 10 years, I cannot add this to the Pinterest board. Like I feel like there's pressure sometimes, but literally right now, I'm just adding stuff to that board that resonate with me. If it doesn't resonate with me tomorrow, then I'll delete it off the board. It's not a big deal. Like I feel like sometimes we just make so much big deal out of things and it just can be like so pressuring. So also I've been listening to Lovely with Lana podcast, and she actually gave me the idea on her recent episode. It was like a collab episode, and with the Get Me Glow podcast, I think that's what it's called. But like literally, it was just all about that. So I just really, really feel so inspired, and just so ready, like just to achieve all my goals, take on 2024, and just become the best version of myself, being an iconic it girly girl blogger, just all the things this year. So first of all, let's get into getting real with burnout. So number one, for burnout, just avoiding burnout, we need to talk about how to spot the drama. So burnout isn't just about feeling tired. It's like your whole sparkle is dimmed. Like sometimes when you're burned out, you wake up and it's just like, oh my gosh, I just really don't feel like doing that. Some things that you usually like are so excited, so pumped to do, you just feel too tired right now. And that is a really good sign of burnout. Look out for signs like zero motivation, feeling meh about everything, and just generally being over it and over everything. If that sounds like your vibe, it is time to take action, babe, because literally we cannot be burnt out for like over like a week, because we have to get back on our goals, get back on the things that we want to do, because burnout sucks. We need to get over it. So we need to find out the dig deep, channel your inner detective and figure out what's causing this burnout. Work, stress, life, drama, maybe it's a combination of all three. Like it could be anything. Identify the root, which is the first move to slaying the burnout. And just like burnout can be so deep rooted in you that you don't even realize how deep it is. So it's really important to like think about it. If it's good for you to write things down, you can journal about it. If you want to like talk to somebody, you can talk to somebody you really trust. If you don't want to talk to anybody about it, you can just like record a video of yourself talking about it on your phone. You can just really go through the emotions, feel, why am I feeling burnt out? What made me feel burnt out? Who made me feel burnt out? What are the feelings that I felt when I was burnt out? You need to dig deep into the burnout and just figure out, why am I feeling this way? Handling burnout like a boss is very important as well, because we need to take the first thing, a chill pill moment. Give yourself permission to hit the pause button and take a moment to just vibe with yourself, acknowledge your feelings, your own struggles, and just this self-reflection is crucial. It's so crucial just to be able to look back at yourself and think like, I just need to know what is causing this, acknowledging how I feel, not putting off how I feel, not trying to cover it up, really just knowing and just thinking about my own struggles, thinking about how I'm feeling, not romanticizing sadness, not getting into sadness, but just acknowledging how I feel. Pamper time. Now it is time to treat yourself like the it girl that you are and create rituals that make you feel like $1,000,000. So you can take a bubble bath, a face mask, a date with your favorite book. You can literally have like a really good snack, peanut butter M&Ms. Oh my gosh! And then like you can eat some of those while you're in your bed reading a book. You can read like 20 pages of your book. You do a little meditation, go to sleep, wake up in the morning, have like a really nutritious breakfast, go for a walk around your backyard, the neighborhood, and no matter where you live, you can go for a walk. You can even go for a walk inside if you can't go outside early in the morning because it may be too dark. And like literally anything can just be self-care for you. Let's just bring back those good vibes. Let's bring back all that good stuff. I'm picking up my phone right now, that's why you guys can hear it, but there are so many things you can do to practice self-care. I love to read books. You can do meditations, eating a balanced diet, exercising regularly, getting enough sleep, listening to music. Stress management is very, very important. Going to therapy, literally, even like my big thing about therapy is it is so, so important. Do not wait to go to therapy until you hit rock bottom. When you wait to get rock bottom, now therapy is just literally trying to help you pick back up from the ground up. Think about if you have problems. Okay, think about this. So I have a lot of phone charms on my phones. That's why you can hear it when I pick it up and put it down. And so think about like if you're looking at just like a mountain and you see a rock at the bottom. let's say you go to therapy when you hit rock bottom. I mean, yeah, it's good that you're going to therapy right now, but it would be better if you went to therapy before you hit rock bottom, because then it'll be a lot easier to control those emotions, control those feelings, and just be in control of yourself and your body and being aligned with your emotions. You never want to be unaligned with your emotions, because being unaligned with them can really just make you be like an emotional roller coaster. Just like one day I'm feeling this, next day I'm feeling that. We don't want to be like that a lot of times. So it's really important just to be aligned with your emotions and being aligned with who you are as a person and just with your life right now. So I really recommend to go to therapy before you hit rock bottom. But back to the self-care stuff: setting boundaries, being creative, praying, budgeting your finances, time management, taking regular breaks, stretching, practicing gratitude, looking and caring for your skin, effective communication with your friends, saying no to things that you do not want to do, challenging your mind, learning new things every single day, regular medical checkups, like going to the doctor every month, or like if you need to, go to like a different doctor every month. Say for example, like you need to go to the dentist, you go to the dentist next month you'll go for like your wellness check, the next month you'll go for like whatever you have going on. And then hanging out with your friends is such a good self-care. It's so like just serotonin galore. Spending time with your family, me time, self-reflection, asking for help, setting goals, developing healthy habits, and just using your voice. These things can be so amazing and just so important when it comes to being like pampering yourself and just having that self-care moment. Unplug drama. Sometimes, and I know it hurts, but sometimes we have got to break up with our phones. So just take a break from digital noise. If you really feel like you're burnt out, take a break from it. Go offline for a little bit and just let your mind do its thing. Just let your mind just like do the things that you truly want to do. Disconnect from your phone. And that sounds completely like terrifying, and I understand, but like honestly, you have to do it sometimes. For me, this actually, I have a personal experience. For me, a couple weeks ago, like, all the stuff going on with Taylor Swift, Travis Kelsey, Taylor's becoming a billionaire, Taylor's doing this, Taylor's Eras tour is going on Prime Video. There's so much going on with Taylor right now. And I just got so burnt out. And I was just thinking, like, oh my gosh, why do I keep, like, every time something happens, I'm always looking up, I'm always looking, what's going on with Taylor right now? As of like this time, right now, today, what is going on with Taylor? What is she doing right now? Is she at Travis's game? I'm going to spend an hour and a half, probably even 2 hours, watching a football game when I can be doing something else that I really need to get done. Just because Taylor, I'm not even a fan of football, just because I can see Taylor for like 2.5 seconds. Honestly, I was burnt out. Fangirling is such a full-time job. Oh my gosh. But like honestly, I got so burnt out of just being there for Taylor all the time. I don't even know her personally, but just like connecting and just like seeing like and checking up on everything that's going on in Taylor's world, when I really got turned out of my own world. I made Taylor my world, and I really should have been my own world. And so I took a break. I stopped checking up on her and everything. I muted my notifications for my news app so I don't know everything coming about her. I stopped checking her website. I stopped checking her Taylor Nation account for like a good week. When I came back better than ever. I knew how to like be able to dissect and just like completely like just choose when I want to go on social media and look at Taylor Swift, because I feel like sometimes it can just be so much, sometimes it's just so much, it's like I'm getting burnt out. And so you have to realize, like I did, realize when you get burnt out, do something about it, and you're going to come back even better than ever. Next is your squad support. Do not be shy to spill the tea with your ride or die crew, only with people that you really care about, obviously people that you really trust your like secrets with and stuff. It could be your mom, your parents, your sister, anybody that you really appreciate, like a best friend or whatever. So share what you're going through. They'll shower you with love, most definitely. And sometimes a fresh perspective is all that you need, honestly. Next is dodging burnout like a pro. So you need to be able to have real talk goals. So break down your tasks into bite-sized goals. Setting realistic targets keeps you from feeling overwhelmed, and celebrate those small victories, babe, because you're a rock star and you deserve it. No drama boundaries. Learn to like completely rock the power of saying no, especially things that you really just don't want to do, you don't have time for. You're gonna have to go in and out of your way to do it unless somebody really needs like if your mom is like, if you just fell down the stairs, she's like, please help me. Like, go help your mom, girl. What is wrong with you? But if it's things that like you obviously like just not no space in your schedule whatsoever. Like if you were at school and one of your like classmates ask you to cover for them or something while they like go to gym class or whatever, something random, you can say no. Like, like it's not a big deal. You don't even know that person like that. Like, just say no, okay? Because sometimes you really have to draw some serious lines between work and like your recreational time, and your personal time is sacred, and burnout is not invited to the party. Next is mini breaks for you. So schedule those mini breaks, stretch it out, take a stroll, or just like vibe with some chill time, listen to some music, just lay on your bed, listen to some music. Really just like listen to the music. You can like read like 10 pages of a book. You can like literally just go like on a little like 3 minute cleaning my room spree. You can like go through like some of your clothes, get rid of some of your clothes. I feel like cleaning is so therapeutic for me, honestly, because I feel like when I'm just getting rid of things, it just makes me feel like so much lighter. And it's weird because it's like my closet is lighter, but my mind feels lighter as well. So I really recommend just like getting rid of some of your clothes, like just going through some things, getting rid of some things, like listing some things on Depop, Poshmark, Mercari, Vinted, whatever. And it's just so important just to get rid of things, because sometimes I feel like I have so much stuff. Like I have so many clothes and like shoes and stuff. I'm such a hoarder of like boots. I just like cleaned my closet the other day and I have so many clothes. So it's really important just to like take those times that you have and just like use those wisely, you know. Also squad goals. So don't be a lone wolf. Like of course, like I'm saying, like it girls, as it girls, you know, people are gonna be jealous, and it girls usually do not have like a whole like multitude of friends, because jealousy goes over people when they want like to be your friend. They don't care about being your friend anymore. They're just jealous of you, which makes them hate you. And so like we all know that. And so of course you have your friends and stuff, but do not try to like romanticize like just like loneliness. I feel there's a difference between being alone and being lonely. Being lonely is like a negative connotation of being alone. Being alone is fun. I love being alone. I love spending time with myself. But sometimes I feel like you need that 80-20 balance of being alone and then not feeling lonely. So I really recommend to like, if you have like a team of a girl gang or like your friends, your girl bosses, delegate tasks to them. Like ask them if they can help you out with some things, because I'm sure they will, like especially if they really care about you, or if they can't, like it's not a big deal because they're probably like really busy as well. But just try to find some people who can help you. It's just like a power up for your life. Lastly is boss babe learning. So what's really important, which is like my favorite thing about this, is to keep that brain of yours learning and constantly learning new things. You can pick up new skills, chase after hobbies. It's like the secret to like keeping things fresh and exciting. I feel like learning new things every single day, just becoming a better version of yourself, like at least 1% every single day, can just really help to deal with burnout as well. So just remember that you're not alone in this burnout journey, and burnout happens, but so does the comeback. You always can just like rise back up and just like shine better and stronger than you ever did before. So it's really important to remember that when it comes to burnout. But not, now let's get on to getting over someone. So getting over someone is very important, like because it's like a healing journey almost, but almost like half the time. So I'm going to get right into it. So, number one is to feel the feels. It's okay to feel a whirlwind of emotions. So, like, give yourself the permission to grieve the loss of a relationship or a friendship. Do not try to just tell yourself, oh my gosh, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. No, I want you to actually go through the emotions, feel what you want to feel, and then tell yourself it's okay. Because it's not a true it's okay if you don't allow yourself to feel and just cry it out. You know, like sometimes you just have to cry it out. Add lip gloss, cry it out, act like nothing happened. And I just feel like it's so important. Just like just get rid of that. You know, just get it out of you. You know, you can cry, you can scream if you need to, write it in your journal, do whatever helps you to express those emotions. Just feeling the feels is the first step to healing and getting over someone. Step two, cut the cord. Create a healthy distance by unfollowing or muting them on social media. This isn't about being petty, it's about preserving your mental and emotional well being. Just seeing constant reminders can hinder your healing process. So this can be like getting over a friendship, a relationship, like literally anybody. This can all just work with anyone. So I actually have an experience about this because I had an ex best friend and she was like a total jerk. I talk about her all the time on the podcast, but like, of course I don't give any names. Like, okay, and like I'm not a name giver like that. Like it's kind of rude, and so I'm just like giving you guys my personal experience because you may be going through the same thing that I went through. I do not want you guys to hit rock bottom like I did with that girl, and so like it was just like bad, and it wasn't like I didn't hit rock bottom, but it's kind of like I realized I was like, wow, I see who she really is, and I do not need to be engaged with that negative activity that she has going on. She was not doing things that were good. She was lying to important people. She just was not being a honest person, and she was very fake in every aspect. And my mom even noticed it. Like my mom figured out who she was as a person before I even started talking to her, like for real. And she was just overall like one of those jerk friends that you see like in TV shows and movies. Like, oh, that would never happen to me. It happened to me, girl. And so I just blocked her on everything, deleted her contact on my phone. I did not ever want to like text her again. The way she made me feel was crazy, and I didn't know that I could ever feel best friend heartbreak. And like, I'm just like, no, no, like, I will not let anyone make me feel that way again, because you have control over how you can make people feel and how people can make you feel. It's very important to realize when people are doing this, and realize early on about these like best friends, like they're being jerks to you, and like quote unquote good people, but they're actually jerks in your life. You just don't know yet. It's really important just to be able to really look and dig deep and see those red flags before you really get invested in this friendship, because it can be even harder to heal when you get extremely invested in it. So it's just really, really important, because like I had to block her. I had to delete her contact on my phone because I do not want to see anything with her. It's like I don't wish anything bad to happen to her, but I just do not want to see any reminders of her, because literally, like, I'm so glad that I met her, honestly, because I met a lot of amazing people through her, but I just don't like her. Like, she just, like, I don't wish anything bad to happen to her. I don't wish that she dies. I don't wish her to be in like financial stress. I don't wish anything bad to happen to her. I just don't want to be her friend. Like, I just, sometimes you just don't wish anything bad to happen to people, but you don't want to associate with them. They don't make you feel good. And she didn't uplift my spirit. She didn't make me feel like a better person. And that's not someone who I'm going to spend my time with and give my energy to, because my energy is very, very special. And I don't just give my energy to everyone. You have to be in my close circle for me to really give my energy to you, because honestly, my energy is really sacred, and it's really just honestly like it's not something you can just be played with. It's not something you can just throw around, because like I am an it girl. You can't just like go around throwing around my energy and just like, oh, I'm gonna be fake with her or anything like that. No, because you could cut out immediately. Because honestly, like, I just do not tolerate people who are just like toxic, who are just rude, who are fake, and like say rude things to me. Like, I do not tolerate that anymore. I really don't. And honestly, you shouldn't either. So next is step 3: lean on your support system. Your squad is there for a reason. Lean on them. I have many friends, and I do not need that one girl just to feel like myself. I don't need anybody to feel like myself, because I can feel like myself just by myself. Lean on your friends though, because like sometimes I feel like you can get lost in your own emotions. And if you have someone to lean on, like whether that be your mom, your friends, your best friend, anybody, lean on them. Share your thoughts and your feelings with your friends or your family who has your back. And just sometimes a good chat and a cup of coffee, you can just work wonders. Like, do you like Taylor Swift's little like squad? They all go out for dinner, they all go out for like coffee or whatever, and like they come back, they unfollowed everybody. Like, just be that kind of like girl boss squad. But next is to rediscover your passions. Remember that things that Rediscover your passions. Remember the things that used to light up your world before you got into this friendship relationship? Now is the perfect time to revisit those things, whether it's painting, hiking, playing an instrument, immersing yourself in activities. Anything that can bring you joy or make your heart sing is very important. I want you to look back at these things that you used to do, and it just bring you so much joy before you started to hang out with this person, before you got into a relationship, friendship with this person. It does not matter how you were with this person. Get back into those things that made you happy before you hung out with them, because that will really bring you true happiness back into your life. Step 5: self care extravaganza. So, pamper yourself with the royalty that you are. So, treat yourself to a spa day, indulge in your favorite snacks, peanut butter M&Ms, and prioritize your self care. It's time to shower yourself with the love and attention that you deserve, because you deserve it. You've been through a lot, and it's your healing journey, and you should honestly be very, very excited and just like so happy just to be able to heal. Like, that is like such an accomplishment, knowing that you need to heal. Like, girl, what? Like, that is really amazing. Like, I literally have an entire Pinterest board called Recovery, not because of like, I don't know, not anything to do with this episode, but honestly, it's just from like depression and stuff. Because if you didn't know, oh my gosh, I don't even think I've ever talked about this on the podcast. If you didn't know, I did have depression and like severe anxiety for a very long time, like more than I can remember. I was always like a kid that had like a bunch of anxiety. I've always like had a like depressive tone. That's probably very, very surprising. And I know, like, really it is, but like that just goes to show you that a regular person like me can switch their life around just like that. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it, most definitely. And so I even have like a whole Pinterest board called Recovery. So different things that just make me happy, different things that just make me smile. And it just like bring back the happiness when I'm feeling those depressive days come back. And I never relapse, because honestly, like, I just think about how far I've come. How far I've come into the light of the world. Like, you don't need depression. You need happiness. You need light. you need God, you need everything that brings you happiness into your life. So I really just feel like it's so important just to like look back and be like, wow, I've come a long way. Like, be grateful for how far you've come before you try to create new goals for the future. Because I feel like being grateful for how far you've come, being grateful just being here right now compared to a year ago, I am in a completely different mindset than what I was in last year. And I'm just so proud of myself. I'm so grateful for everything that I've given to build my mindset. I'm so grateful for that time I spent to listen to the podcast about building your mindset. I'm forever grateful for those things. So I really want you guys to put in that work as well. Reflect and learn. So take a step back and reflect on the relationship or friendship. What lessons did it teach you? Acknowledge the growth you've experienced and the strength that you've gained from this friendship. And remember that every chapter has something to offer. Whether it ended ugly, whether it ended mutual, just know that you learned something, you learned a lesson from it, and this is actually for the better. Step 7, set new goals. Redirect your energy towards personal growth. Set new goals. It can be big or small. Make sure these goals align with your aspirations. Focus on your future and just like focusing on things like after you're grateful for what you've learned and how you are in the past. Literally focusing on your future helps you to shift the focus away from the past, because sometimes I feel like we get so stuck in the past, we get so stuck in regret, we get so stuck in things that we could have done differently. But when we come back to the present, come back to the present moment for a second. Think about how far you've come. Think about where you are right now. Think about how much this has taught me. It's unmatched. You know, that feeling is unmatched. So every time you want to go back to the past, think about, do I really want to go back to that? Does that really make me happy? Do I want to go back to that for real? Like, no, I do not want to go back to that. Either stay in the present, think about things you can do for your future. But what's most healthy is just not going back to the past. Going back to the past is good for reflection, but not for staying there. Like, it's good to visit the past, but it's not good to stay there. So, step 8, explore new connections. Open yourself up to new friendships, and when you're ready, potential romantic interest if you're into that. But building new connections can just really help create a fresh chapter of your life and just introduces exciting possibilities. Step 9, forgive and release. Forgiveness isn't about excusing someone's behavior, it's about freeing yourself from the chains of resentment. Forgive, release, and allow yourself to move forward with a lighter heart. It does not matter if that person has said sorry. You could forgive someone. You can move on with something without even getting forgiveness. You can always move on. You do not need forgiveness to move on. So I just really feel like it's very important just to move on, release those things, release those feelings, just move on with your life. Step 10, celebrate your strength. Finally, celebrate your resilience and your strength. You've weathered the storm, you've emerged stronger, you are an amazing person. Treat yourself to celebration, whether it's a solo dance party in your room, listening to Lana Del Rey, Taylor Swift, Olivia Rodrigo, it can be anything. It can just even be a quiet moment of reflection. Anything could just like really help you with that healing journey. It could just make you feel like an amazing person. Now, on to our next piece of advice, which is romanticizing life when it gets boring. Now, this is very big because honestly, it's so true. Even my best friend deals with this. She's like, sometimes it's so boring in life. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. Okay, we're going to chug some water because if you haven't drinking any water in the past like 30 minutes, I got that from the Healthy But Human podcast. But chug with me, put some water because I'm extremely thirsty from all that talking. And I want you to chug some water. So let's go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, now let's get back to the episode. Wake up with gratitude. This is number one to romanticize your life when it gets boring. Wake up with gratitude. Start your day on a positive note by expressing gratitude. Take a moment to just appreciate the warmth of the sun, the comfort of your bed, just the smell of your morning coffee or matcha, whatever you're drinking. Just completely immerse yourself in it. I feel like a lot of times when people get bored of their life, it's because they're not focusing on the small things anymore. They're just focusing on the outcome. And it's very important to focus on the outcome, but also it's very important just to look at the journey and just really immerse yourself with what is going on right now and my details in my life. When you wake up, think about, wow, I'm so happy to be alive right now. What are 3 things that I'm grateful for? Open up your blinds, look at creation, look at the nature, look outside, look at the sun. Oh my gosh, literally so beautiful. I want you to just appreciate the small things that set the tone for your day. Step 2, dress for the occasion. Who says you can't wear your favorite dress just because it's a Tuesday and you're not going anywhere but school? put on that outfit because that makes you feel special and it makes you feel like $1,000,000. Literally, when you look good, you feel good, and every day becomes a special occasion. Do not tell me because, like, I don't want to waste this outfit on a boring day. Honey, life is the occasion. Life is the special occasion that you need to show up to every single day. Honestly, put on a cute outfit, do your makeup really amazing. It can be anything that you really want to do. Do it today, and it can really romanticize your day. Really just make your day feel 10 times better than it was when you woke up that morning. Create a morning routine. Transforming your morning routine into a ritual can just really be that thing that you need to really just like make your morning amazing. It can be lighting a scented candle, playing your favorite music, having like a delicious breakfast. Adding a touch of mindfulness to your morning really sets a positive tone for the rest of your day. Step 4 is to create the playlist of your life. So create a soundtrack for your life. It can be a playlist on every single thing that you go throughout your day. Just like feel like you are the main character in a movie. You know, you never see a girl in the movie walking on the street with complete silence. It always plays music in the background. So play music in the background of your life. Make a playlist of songs that make you feel alive, make you just want to like get into like cooking, working, like going to work, going to school, whatever you do. Just like watch how your surroundings transform into scenes from your own movie. Like it can be your little Elle Woods moment. Next is to explore your local wonderland. So, who says adventure is reserved for vacation only? Literally, I want you to rediscover your own local area. Be a tourist in your own town. Take a walk through a park, explore a hidden gym in your town, go through like different like local cafes, local restaurants. Just go on a little spontaneous bike ride. There's everywhere, like there's always cool stuff. There's always wonder. There's always amazing things that you don't even know exist everywhere if you just look for it. Step 6 is to indulge in culinary delights. So I want you to elevate your dinery experience at home. So like this is like your food, your breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, literally everything. Just like become a chef, you know, like become your own chef. Set a beautiful table, savor each bite of your meal. Think about how delicious. What flavors are you tasting right now? Just experiment with new recipes every single day. Treat yourself like royalty, even if it's just a simple homemade meal. It can still be so fun, just to, like be a chef for a day almost. Cultivate a reading nook. Creating a cozy little reading nook is so fun, especially like when you can just like have a really good book that can really just help you to escape like into like a completely like third world. It's so fun. Just like surrounding yourself with like soft blankets, twinkling lights, your favorite books. You just really let your imagination soar like as you just like go into the book and just like completely become a character, you know. Also have like a little snack, have some water, just have like a whole setup going on when you read a book. Capture moments of beauty so you can literally see the beauty in everything. Take a picture of everything. Capture moments with your camera or like your phone, whether it's like a really pretty sunset, a really pretty flower, a coffee shop. Document your whole life. I feel like documenting your life can just be so fun and just like really helps you to just remember these amazing memories that you're creating every single day. Next is to embrace the art of slow living. Practice the art of slowing down, not living a fast life all the time, but just slowing down for a few minutes. Take breaks, savor those moments, just allow yourself to be in the present moment. Life often like reveals itself in unhurried moments and just let the amazing parts just happen in the moments that you least expect it. Step 10 is to celebrate the night sky. Wrap your day up by stargazing. Look outside, look at the stars, try to find like constellations, whether like from your balcony, up at a park, out the window. Just take a moment to look at the universe and just like let the night sky remind you of the limitless possibilities of your own life. Just look at it. Just think about how beautiful this is. Think about the creation. Think about how much work was put into each star that was made. Just appreciating these things in your life, it can just make your life 10 times better. Whenever you feel like you're stuck in a routine, change up your routine. Wake up at a different time. Completely like try a different workout. If you do cardio, try like a really slow workout. If you're used to like bike riding, try like going for like a run. Like go for like a really fast run. See how far you can run. All these different things can just really change up your routine, just really make days a lot better and a lot different than usual. Hey everyone, I wanted to pop in here for a second while I'm editing and let y'all know that the audio is going to be changing throughout the episode. It may sound louder or lower on different parts of the episode because I record these on different days, but let's get right back into it. Is tips for a healthy lifestyle. So I have a few tips for y'all to just like live kind of like a healthy lifestyle. So tip number 1 is hydration is key. I want you to start your day by reaching for a glass of water. If you feel like you can't commit to this every morning, you feel too sleepy to go fill up some water, then the night before, have your Stanley cup, have your water bottle, whatever it is you drink water out of, put it next to your bed. You could be like on your nightstand, your bedside table, on the floor, anywhere. So that right when you wake up, when you reach for your alarm clock, you can put the water right there. So you're going to start chugging water, because think about it. You've been asleep for 8 hours, which means you haven't been drinking any water for 8 hours. That's like, you need to hydrate yourself. So start your day off by drinking some water, and staying hydrated is not only like essential for your bodily functions, but it also gives your skin that natural glow. People ask me all the time how my skin never breaks out. I'm always like glowing on my skin. It's because I drink so much water. I go through my 40 ounce of like water, my Stanley cup, literally like twice a day. I drink so much water, and it's very, very important because that can really help your skin and help your body. So it's like 2 in 1 stone. Also, you can spice it up with like a little bit of lemon. You can do lemon water, which is really good. Drink that in moderation though, because the acidity can really like mess with your throat. That's how it happened to me, because I have like acid reflux sometimes, so it kind of messes my throat sometimes. But you can also add like a little bit of herbal tea for like an extra kick to your water as well. Step number 2 is nutrient-rich, colorful meals. So I want you to fuel your body with a rainbow of nutrients. So you can load your plate with like different fruits, vegetables. These things are packed with vitamins, minerals, and just antioxidants that support overall well-being, just keep you feeling energized. When you have a meal, you always want to have like certain components in each meal. You want to have something to drink that's hydrating. So it could be water, it can be anything you want, as long as it's going to give you like that relief you need, especially if it's like hot outside, if it's cold outside, or something warm. Just accommodate to what you are right now, what season it is in your life right now. But I really recommend to like when you're eating something, to make sure like at least like a couple times a week have some sort of vegetables, take some sort of like daily vitamin, because those things can really make a difference in your body. If you're noticing that you're feeling pretty weak lately, you just feel kind of low and just like not you, then try to get some like that everyday teen daily vitamin. That can really help you, because you may not know that you're low in a certain vitamin. So it's very important to take like your vitamins every day. And I'm such a hypocrite for that, because I literally never take my vitamins, and I have them on top of my fridge right now. But just take them. Like, I'm going to start taking my vitamins, because like that's one of my goals. I really want to get back on my vitamins grind, because I am actually really low in a lot of my vitamins. I just like went to the doctor's office and I'm low in a whole lot of vitamins. So I need to go back on my vitamin kick. But also just like hydrating yourself, like having those like minerals and like all that like nutrient-filled food can really just keep you feeling energized and not so like just like bloated all the time. Like bloated, it's obviously a natural thing, but sometimes when you feel bloated, you feel very heavy. Like you feel like if you did a workout after you ate that food, you would throw it up right now. That's what we're avoiding in this situation. Tip number 3 is to move your body, find your bliss. So exercise doesn't have to be a chore. I know a lot of people view it as a chore, but it can actually be a celebration of just what your body can do. Think about it. While you're doing your exercise, you can play a podcast. You could play a YouTube video while you're doing it. Like you could play like Jules LeBlanc. I love her YouTube videos. They're so peaceful. They give me like so much serotonin. And then also you can just like play your favorite songs. You can play some Lana Del Rey. You can play some Taylor Swift, Clairo. Literally anything, and you can just like be working out. You can also even just list things that you're grateful for while you're working out. You can talk to yourself while you're working out, boost your self-confidence, listen to like a motivating TED talk. You can literally do anything while you're working out, and it does not have to be a chore. It can just be like, look what my body can do. Like, I'm so proud and I'm so just like thankful that my body can do this. Find a form of movement that brings you joy. It could just be dancing, honestly. It could just be walking around your house. It could be dancing to like some music for like 30 minutes. As long as it gets your heart rate up, that is amazing. And it can be yoga. It can be just going for a walk outside. Literally anything is great. Also, one thing really quick is that when you are eating after you eat, it's really good to go for like a 2 to 5 minute walk after you eat. It just lets things digest easier. And it does not even have to be like a 10-minute walk. Literally 2 to 5 minute walk. And it could even be in your house. Like if you do not feel like going outside, just do it in your house. Walk around for a few minutes in your house. This is actually a great idea to do like when you just want to do a quick little exercise. Walking is so like therapeutic, and not only is therapeutic, it's actually very beneficial for your health, because you're moving your legs, you're moving your body, and when you start walking for like long periods of time, it kind of gets like, whoa, it's like a real workout. So
for me, when I do my walks, I like to like aim for at least 10 to 15 minutes when I'm going outside and walking around like my neighborhood or like my cul-de-sac. I like to aim for that because that's good for me. But everyone is going to be different. So you do not have to do it as long as me or as short as me. However long you want to go for a walk on is how long you should go for a walk on. Now, just exercising in general, I like to aim for at least 15 to 30 minutes. I know that's a big gap, but 15 to 30 minutes is what I really like to get in most days, and just watch your energy levels soar. I feel like every time that you like work out, you always find like yourself better after than before. You know, like you always have like that high energy, you always feel amazing. So I just really recommend working out. Tip number 4 is to prioritize quality sleep. Make sleep a non-negotiable part of your self-care routine. Sleep is one of my biggest goals for 2024, which is to sleep for at least 7 to 8 hours a day. And no more, no less, literally just that. You can even create like a sleep haven by keeping your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. Quality sleep is literally the cornerstone for good health. And that sounds crazy, but you have to think about it. Your body rests when it sleeps, and it can repair itself. And if you don't do that, your body won't get a chance to repair itself, which means you'll probably be like aching. You'll feel like the pains. You just won't feel as good as you would be if you actually got some good sleep and had quality sleep time. And it's like your sleep, it just supports everything from your mood, your metabolism, literally everything. Sleeping is so important. It even helps you like with your brain health. Literally, sleep is one of the most important things in like your whole entire life. You need to prioritize sleep. Aim for at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep every single night. Tip number 5, which is mindful eating habits. Now, this isn't like any type of eating habits where it's like good food, bad food. No, we don't support that on this podcast. This is just mindful eating habits, because for me, I have acid reflux, and sometimes like when I eat too fast, like my chest starts to hurt, and that sounds crazy, but it's honestly true. So I just have a tip for maybe if you're like that as well. Put your fork down every single time you take a bite, because for me, I like eat so fast. Like I just keep like, get the fork, put it in my mouth, get the fork, put it in my mouth. Literally, it's crazy. So I really just like to put the fork down after I take a bite, because it just helps me to eat slower and not so fast all the time, and just paying attention to my body, because sometimes if I feel it go down the wrong way, you have to go ahead and stop right there, because it can be kind of hard. So just like chewing your food slowly and just embracing the experience of every meal can just really help you to like really just embrace it. Tip number 6 is stress less, smile more. Let's take a water break because I'm super thirsty. 1, 2, 3, chug. Okay, now with stress. Chronic stress can take a real toll on your well-being, so I want you to incorporate stress-reducing practices like deep breathing, meditation, or just spending time in nature, and these things can really help you to reduce stress. And there's so much that can reduce stress, not just this, because like you can literally do anything. Taking a nap, it can be, taking a nap can make you feel really good. So taking a nap can really be a good stress reliever. Also, like walking away from different situations, like an argument, because we don't argue. Arguing is pointless, especially if it's like a stupid argument. Like, no, we don't do that. And I just feel like, honestly, like when you just are stressing so much, it can really take a toll on your physical well-being as well. So like, it can make you feel sick, and not just sick mentally, but sick like in your physical body. So I really just recommend to try to incorporate stress reducing habits, and like download the Headspace app, good for meditations. Do maybe like a little like 5-minute walk around the neighborhood, maybe pray, read the Bible. You can do so many different things. Talk it out with your friends. You can like journal, do just different mindfulness things that can really just reduce stress, and just cultivating a positive mindset. You just remember, it's okay to take breaks and prioritize your mental health. I love to have a mental health day during the week. It really just helps me to keep that balance going in my life and not be so productive every single day. Tip number 7 is to connect with others. Nurture your social connections. I want you to surround yourself with positive, uplifting individuals who support your journey to a healthier lifestyle. It's very, very important, because as they say, you are a product of your environment. So if you're hanging out with people who don't have the same morals and values as you, maybe like who don't, when I say morals and values, I mean like things like they are not doing the same thing that you're doing. And I mean that as if like if they smoke and you don't smoke, you're against smoking, but they do smoke. You're apparently like they're going to force it on you at some point. And even though it may not feel like it directly, they're going to keep pushing, And like, so I just mean that in the way like of things like that, like things that just aren't good for you in general, like smoking, drinking alcohol, like especially like at a young age when you shouldn't be drinking it. And I just feel like it's very important to choose who you interact with carefully, but the people that you do interact with in a great way, keep those people in your life. Like, Surround yourself with those positive people who really just want you to become a better version of yourself, people who really just love you for who you are and just really build you up. Whether it's like a workout friend, just like a friend in school, or just like a family member, these shared experiences make the journey more enjoyable to your healthy lifestyle. Tip number 8 is to limit processed foods. Of course, with a balance. I told you, this podcast, we're not like good food, bad food. I'm just saying, when you have that 80-20 balance rule, it helps you to feel a lot better. Now, for me, I really like to limit processed foods for like, when I mean processed foods, let me specify what I mean by that. I don't mean Chick-fil-A. I mean like a McDonald's burger, because like those type of foods to me, they don't make me feel good in my stomach, and I just feel like kind of sick after I eat foods like that. Like sometimes when I eat really greasy food, when I eat really processed food, I get sick to my stomach. Like I'll start to throw up because like, all that grease, like your stomach doesn't like that, obviously. So I just like to have a balance in my life. I'll eat some processed foods sometimes. Like I'll eat it like sometimes during the week, and then other days I'll eat like food I cook at home. It's not like a thing where it's like you only eat processed foods, you only eat food at home, you can't eat that. No. That is not what healthy lifestyle is. Healthy lifestyle is having an 80-20 balance rule. That 80% of eating good food at home keeps that 20% going. So, what I mean by that is I have a whole episode on 80-20, and Jaden Haley talks about it all the time, but it's very, very important because that 80% is eating healthy food at home, that 20% is eating the processed foods. Think about it. If you ate 80% of the processed foods, you would not feel good whatsoever. Literally, like your body would be like crying and stuff. So just try to like have a good balance when it comes to your processed foods and just the food that you take in that has like a lot of grease, a lot of heavy junk on it. Tip number 9 is to have a regular health checkup. So prevention is key. I want you to schedule regular health and doctor checkups just for screenings, different things. Like if you notice you have some sort of symptoms that just keep on coming into your life, tell your parents, tell whoever your guardian is, and go see a doctor. That can be therapy if you notice your stress is getting out of hand, your anxiety is getting out of hand. Maybe you just feel like you need to go to therapy. Go do it. It's not a big deal. It's not embarrassing to go to therapy. I mean, like, why would it be? So I really recommend just to keep going with your like doctor's appointments and stuff like that, because that can really help you to catch things early on. Tip number 10 is to cultivate gratitude daily. Now, this is the last tip because it's very, very important in this section. Take a moment each day to reflect on what you are grateful for. It can be in the morning, at night, during the day. It does not even matter. Gratitude just has been linked to improve mental and emotional well-being. Just being grateful for different things can just bring you back to the present moment. If you feel like you're going in the past or in the future too much, being grateful can just make you feel back like you are right back in the present moment where you belong. It's just a simple practice that can shift your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant in your life right now. Now, next is living positively in a negative world. Now, let me take some water breaks. Tip number 1 is to guard your energy. I want you to surround yourself with positivity and be mindful of the energy you allow into your life. Like I was saying earlier, you don't want to let anyone into your circle, because if you let anyone into your circle, then that means that whatever they do, whatever practices they do, you're going to end up doing those, whether you know it or not. You are always a product of your environment. Whoever you hang out with, that's who you start to become, little and little and little. So if you hang out with bad people, bad association, then you're going to become like those people. If you hang out with good people, good association who build you up, you're going to become just like them. So it's really important to be mindful of the energy that you allow into your own life. Choose relationships, environments, just activities that uplift and inspire you, and also create boundaries to protect your inner peace. Inner peace is everything. Inner peace means everything to me right now, and it always will be, because my peace is sacred. I work so hard for my peace, and I do not just allow anyone into my circle. Tip number 2, focus on what you can control. This is very, very important when it comes to living positively in a negative world, because in a world full of uncertainties, like full of wars, full of all these crazy things going on, concentrate on what you can control right now. You can't control other people's actions. You can't control what other people are going to say. You can't control anything but yourself, your thoughts, actions, and your reactions to other things in the world. Shifting your focus to the aspects of life within your grasp, what you can control in this moment, you are empowering yourself to make a positive impact. Honestly, it's so true, because when you focus on what you can't control, it relieves so much anxiety and stress that's so unnecessary. Say, for example, if you're afraid to ask your parents something, if you just tell yourself, I can't control what they're going to say, I'm just going to say what I need to say, and if they say yes, great. If they say no, that's fine. It's not a big deal. I can't control what they're going to say. You need to remember that, because you can never control other people's reactions, other people's responses. You can only control what you are going to say, do, and react. Tip number 3, practice gratitude daily. There's a reason why I keep saying this, because it's so important. Just counting the beauty and the blessings in your life. Just make it a daily practice to reflect on positive aspects no matter how small. I'm going to move on from gratitude because we've talked about it so much, so you kind of got the idea of what I'm talking about with gratitude. But tip number 4 is to seek solutions, not problems. When you're faced with challenges, shift your mindset from dwelling on problems to seeking solutions. Just approach these difficulties as opportunities for growth and learning, and watch your positivity become powerful. It can become a powerful tool for overcoming obstacles when you stop looking at things as problems in a negative mindset to solutions in that positive mindset. Like, what can I do to make this situation better right now? Tip number 5, surround yourself with positivity. Immerse yourself in positive content, whether it's uplifting music, motivational self-improvement books, maybe just inspirational quotes. Anything can really just bring positivity into your life. So I want you to create an environment that nourishes your soul and just serves as a constant reminder of the goodness in the world. Because honestly, sometimes you need to remember of the goodness that there is still in this world right now. It seems so negative, but you have to remember, there is at least a few people, even people that's in your inner circle right now, they still care about you and they are still in your inner circle, girl. Tip number 6, practice mindfulness meditation. Embracing the practice of mindfulness just to anchor yourself in the present moment is so important. Meditation helps you detach from negative thoughts, just fostering a sense of calm and clarity even in the midst of chaos. Tip number 7, spread kindness like confetti. Acts of kindness, no matter how small, have a ripple effect. When you be positive and just be kind to someone, they're going to do that to someone else, and it's just going to keep going like a domino effect. Spreading positivity by being kind to others is really important. It can be anything, just like a smile, a compliment, a helping hand can just create a positive chain reaction, uplifting both you and those around you. Tip number 8 is limit negative influences. Be mindful of the media information you consume, because honestly, when you keep looking on at the news or the TV or just what's going on in the world, it can make you sad, and it can really just make you feel like you can't do anything about it, and you just feel terrible because all these different things going on in the world. So what you need to do is to limit your exposure to negative news. When you see different things like that on the news come up, my mom has always told me, because literally it's really hard to keep your positivity in the world. So if you ever feel like the news is getting too much for you, turn the news off. If they even start to mention something about that, just change the channel. And just that content that can really just put you in a down and sad mood, can just it can just ruin your day, So just try to limit that content and just choose sources that inform and inspire you and just contribute to a more positive and balanced outlook on your life. Tip number 9, embrace challenges and opportunities. Shift your perspective on challenges. Instead of seeing them as roadblocks, view them as opportunities for growth and resilience, and just growth as something like you're becoming better. You're coming back stronger than ever. Challenges can just be stepping stones on your journey to just a more positive and empowered self. Tip number 10 is to celebrate your wins, big and small. Acknowledge and celebrate your achievements. I say this all the time because it's so true. Literally just embracing the happiness and embracing the things that you do amazing in can just really make you feel amazing. Each step forward is a victory, girl. By recognizing your successes, you can reinforce a positive mindset and just build momentum for future accomplishments. Next is dealing with toxic friends. Now, this can be super difficult because I have had many toxic friends in my past, and I have dropped them, and you can too. Number 1, recognize the signs. Be aware of the red flags. If a friend constantly brings negativity, drama, or drains your energy without reciprocating support, it's time to assess the health of the friendship. Trust your instincts and acknowledge when toxicity is present. Step 2, establish boundaries. I want you to set clear and healthy boundaries to protect your well-being. Communicate your needs and your limits openly to this person. A toxic friend may resist these boundaries, but maintaining your mental and emotional health is non-negotiable. Literally, if they are not willing to listen to you, if they're not willing to try to help you or compromise on something, they are not good for you. That is a walking red flag. You do not need to be friends with them if they just aren't willing to compromise, if they aren't willing to listen to you, and you need to move on, find a better friend. Step number 3 is to evaluate the friendship. Take a step back and evaluate the overall impact of the friendship on your life. Consider whether the friendship or relationship is adding value, fostering growth, and bringing joy. If it consistently does the opposite, it might be time to reevaluate its place in your life. Is this person an emotional vampire? Is this person draining you all the time? Is this person dumping like they're your therapist or something? No, like you're their therapist or something. Because, honey, you are not their therapist. Like they can go to therapy if they need a therapist. We're just friends, And I feel like, of course, you can vent to your friends, but there's a balance and there's a limit on that. Step number 4 is to communicate openly. If you feel comfortable, have an honest conversation with your friend. Share your feelings, express your concerns, and just let them know how their behavior affects you in a respectful manner. Sometimes people are unaware of the impact of their actions, so just make sure to let them know. Because honestly, they will never know if you don't tell them. People are not mind readers, and even though they seem like they may know what's going on, honestly, they may not know. So just tell them, and if they resist, now it's off of you. Now it's on to them. If they really want to save this friendship, they would do something about it. If they don't, then that's better on you, because now you just dropped a friend who really never even cared about you. And that's a lot better than keeping a fake friend. Step number 5 is to limit contact gradually. If the toxic behavior persists, consider just like limiting your contact with that friend. This doesn't have to be a dramatic breakup. Just simply reduce the time and energy you invest into the friendship while focusing on nurturing your own positive connections with others. Now, this can just be blocking someone, and I was listening to a podcast recently, and they were saying that if you block someone and, like, they notice and they're like, oh my gosh, why'd you block me? They're so obsessed with you. Like, oh my gosh, most people don't even notice when you block them. I'm not talking, like, on iMessage. I'm talking about, like, on social media. Most people don't even realize when you block them. And so I just really recommend just to limit your content and your contact with them gradually. Step number 6 is to build a support system. So surround yourself with supportive and positive networks. So like it can be different people that lift you up, inspire you, just provide genuine companionship, which you're just looking for in a friend. And a strong support system can just really help you to counterbalance the effects of that toxic friendship you just went through. Step number 7 is to prioritize self-care. Make self-care a top priority in this. Just make sure to engage in activities that bring you joy, relaxation, and just fulfillment into your everyday life. Focus on your well-being. It can not only aids like in your health thing. Focusing on your well-being not only aids in healing from toxic friendship, but it also strengthens your resilience to this. Step number 8, seek professional guidance. If this is really, really taking a toll on your mental health and you feel terrible about it, don't hesitate to go to a therapist or to go to a psychologist. Anything, a therapist, counselor, anyone can really just provide valuable insight, coping strategies, and just support you as you navigate through these challenging emotions in your life. So don't feel ashamed. Go to therapy, go to a psychologist if you need to. Step number 9 is to forgive, release, and heal. Forgive your friend. Even if they don't say sorry, forgive your friend because it can just really help you to let go. Forgive your friend and just forgive yourself for any shortcomings in the friendship. Release any lingering resentment and allow yourself to heal deeply. Moving forward with a clean slate opens the door to a positive and healthy connection with someone else and not just feeling that grudge whenever you talk to someone. Lastly, step number 10 is to learn and grow. Use this experience as an opportunity for personal growth. Reflect on the lessons learned from the toxic friendship and apply them to future relationships. Every challenge is a stepping stone toward a stronger, more empowered version of yourself. Remember that. I hope y'all enjoyed the episode. I really hope it could leave you with something. I really hope it can make you 1% better after listening to the episode. I hope it can give you the advice that you needed. Please be sure to message me if you have any more advice questions because I love doing advice sessions. They're super fun and they just really make me feel like I'm engaged with y'all and I'm just really just answering the questions face to face even though I'm on the microphone right now. So I really appreciate all the sweet reviews and ratings I've been getting recently. Please make sure to leave a rating review if you haven't yet and I really will literally feature you in next week's episode like I did Ariel today. So I hope you enjoyed it. Hope this could leave you with something amazing. Don't forget to follow me on my Pinterest account at Vivian _ Rose 22. Follow my Depop. I'm selling all my things on there all the time at Vivian _ Rose 22 and check out my YouTube channel. All these links will be in the description down below and I will see y'all next week. Bye.